to be here because this is what it's all about. It's not just about preserving farm land, which is great, but it's actually using the land. It's actually making sure that we're growing organic food too. That's so key, and it's happening here in Montgomery County. Again, my name is Natali Fani-Gonzalez. I'm a council member for District 6, but I'm also the chair of the Economic Development Committee for the County Council, and I also represent the County Council in COG. Anything regarding the Chesapeake Bay, that's one of my responsibilities. So that's why we're here. We're celebrating the diverse journeys that have brought us together in this special place, the Montgomery County Agricultural Reserve, which was set aside to protect farming, water quality, and rural open space in our county. It reduces sprawl by driving the more compact development down county, where my district actually is located, where we have more public transit, for example. The agri-reserve plays a critical role supporting existing and future agrotourism activities. As chair of the Economic Development Committee, we will have a deep dive onto what we as a county should be doing in the area of agrotourism. That's probably going to happen around October in my committee, so stay tuned for that. A drop of water that falls here makes a journey through the dry Seneca Creek watershed to the Chesapeake Bay. Along the way, it enters the water supply system of the Washington metropolitan area. It also feeds the Panamon Sole Source Aquifer. I'm sure I say that word. I'm looking at Sylvia. That supplies water to local wells. And I practiced with her like 5 times if you watch me. The only source of drinking water in the Up County outside areas served by the water utility. The immigrant farmers, and as the only immigrant on the county council, honestly, I'm so proud of all of you. Honestly, it makes me, we can do this country to work, to get things done, and to give back. You know, we do, and you're another, such a great example of that, and that's why I get emotional, because I'm proud. We arrive at this special place after very long journeys with help to shape a future in which we will increasingly rely on sustainable local food systems, and that's so key. LandLink is making this possible by matching them up with land owners, thank you so much, and who have available farm land, and we need more people like you. Let me just say that to you here. With that, I'm gonna ask my colleague Andrew Friedsen to please provide some remarks.
Thank you to Councilmember Fani-Gonzalez for organizing this and for celebrating this incredible program. And I'm just really grateful. I think it's absolutely appropriate as an immigrant council member to be celebrating this program. And really grateful for the Countryside Alliance and for the Office of Agriculture for making this program happen. When we talk about the diversity of Montgomery County, we're talking about the people, we're also talking about the land. We have some of the most diverse land and some of the highest quality land and natural resources here in Montgomery County as anywhere. The question is not just to preserve it, but to cultivate it. And really, that is what this program is all about. When we talk about what makes our county so strong, the 1/3 of our community that is foreign born, most of the people who are coming from other countries all around the world to Montgomery County are coming from rural communities, are coming from families who lived off the land in which they lived. And so to have the ability to provide them with opportunities to access land, which is prohibitively expensive and very challenging to be able to get that entry point, to be able to do what they know, to cultivate our land using the skills that they have, bringing the talent from all over the world to do the type of technological advancement, the type of education, the type of land cultivation that we're seeing here in the Agricultural Reserve really is what Montgomery County is all about. This didn't happen by chance, it happened by choice. The important, crucial decision to protect and preserve this agricultural reserve, that's what makes programs like this possible. That's why we are so focused and protective of that critical decision, and why so many of you have been such an important part of that over the last 43 years, and why we continue to focus on it. I talk a lot about, for the agricultural reserve to be environmentally sustainable, it has to be economically sustainable for the families who rely on it. That's what this Land Link program is all about. And I'm just really grateful that we have Manna Food here. Food for all is something that we believe in, but we also need to have farming for all. And the Land Link program is the most important program that we have to ensure that we have farming for every family, we have farming opportunities for every community. We make sure that we connect the food that we grow with the people who need that food to live off of, and we provide family supporting wages and career opportunities and growth opportunities for so many in our community. So I am just thrilled to be here, thrilled to celebrate our Chesapeake Bay, thrilled to celebrate the natural resources and the human talent and knowledge that we have that is unrivaled in Montgomery County, and really grateful to our community, really grateful to Councilmember Fani-Gonzalez and her team for putting this together. So thank you so much.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm Jeremy Chris, the Director of the Office of Agriculture. I really want to thank Caroline Taylor of Montgomery Countryside Alliance for the Land Link program that has connected over 600, and Christina Bostek, thank you for connecting over 600 acres right now of interested landowners like Melissa with interested farmers, and that's how this small incubator farm came about. We've got some other examples, but this is a really tremendous opportunity for us to grow culturally appropriate foods. The Office of Agriculture partnered with Montgomery Countryside Alliance on the BIPOC Resource Guide, that because we have a lot of people farming of color, men and women, and it's really exciting to see all the different types of products that are being grown. We've been very encouraged by the progress of our Farm to Food Bank program that we started during the pandemic. We have over 30 farmers that are participating with that program. Many of them are right here today. And so we have a lot to be proud of here in Montgomery County, and I'm really glad that the Office of Agriculture can be part of it and to provide technical assistance to help people farm. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Jenna Umbriak. I'm the Director of Programs at Manna Food Center. Councilmember Friedson pretty much stole all of my talking points by referencing both our vision and our program. But I love that. We are celebrating access to land, and at Manna Food Center, our focus is making sure that everyone in Montgomery County has access to safe, sufficient, nutritious food. And in order to realize that vision, we know we need a robust, sustainable, and resilient local food system. And that's why our Farm to Food Bank program is so important to us. It provides access through direct purchase from many of the farms who are here today. So I want to say thank you to all of our farm partners who are making that food available through the program. We also have a capacity building grant program. Last year we were able to award 17 grants, some of them to the farmers that are here today, to build up the capacity so that we can continue to have a more robust and resilient food system for many years to come, for the health of our bay, for the health of our residents. And I just want to mention that we are partnered with Montgomery County Food Council, and I want to thank Jeremy and Jackie from the Office of Ag for being great partners in our work, and as well as the county. We can't do this work without consistent investments so that we have the financial resources to provide farms a fair wage for what they do. We know it's hard work, and we shouldn't be asking them to give it away for free. We should be able to pay them something that they can live on. So the county, through their consistent investments, through the county executive and the county council, have made our Farm to Food Bank program possible, and we're so excited to see it continue to grow. Thank you so much for having us here.
Thank you so much. And with that, we're gonna start with the proclamation that is very long, and I'm gonna ask my friend Andrew Friedson to help me out. I know the council likes to do one and one. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna do half and you do the other half. Cool.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland proclamation. Whereas, on May 25th, 2023, the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland proclaimed June 3rd to the 11th, 2023 as Chesapeake Bay Awareness Week in recognition of many of the vital contributions of the Chesapeake Bay to the quality of life of over 18 million people who live in its 64,000 square mile watershed that occupies all of Montgomery County and the District of Columbia, along with most of the state of Maryland, and large portions of the state of Delaware, New York, Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia, who all rely on the watershed's natural resources. And whereas the Chesapeake Bay watershed, with some of the nation's most productive farm and forest lands, is part of our critical natural infrastructure and provides multiple benefits that include food, clean drinking water, flood mitigation, and increased resilience to the impacts of climate change. And whereas all 1,500 miles of the streams in Montgomery County flow into the bay by the Potomac, Patuxent, and Anacostia rivers, the Chesapeake Bay's tributary streams in Montgomery County's agricultural reserve are also an important source of drinking water, which is essential for public health and economic growth, and a vital resource in support of sustainable ecosystems for future generations. And
whereas sustainable farming practices are critical in the stewardship of the Chesapeake Bay, 558 farms remain viable in Montgomery County in the context of high development pressure and cost of living, and 454 farms in Montgomery County produce a wide range of table food crops, meats, and other products, allowing county residents to enjoy locally produced food. And whereas there is a growing demand for local, sustainably produced, and culturally appropriate food, and local food systems depend on the availability of skilled local farmers, as well as access to local land, and a new generation of farmers is needed to maintain and expand our local food system. Aspiring as well as experienced farmers face numerous challenges in obtaining access to farmland, particularly in the growing community of non-white and immigrant farmers. And whereas local farms supply local food assistance organizations, having sold and donated over 207,000 pounds annually to Manna Food Center's Farm to Food Bank program. Let's hear it for that.
Yeah.
Which distributes to those in need and benefits local farms through direct purchases and capacity building grant funds to support them. Whereas the Land Link program has matched 26 farmers with landowners who provided them with access to over 500 acres of farmlands. We can hear it for that too. Launching new farms that include some of those who are with us today: Afrithrive, Beauty Blooms Farm, Dodo Farms, Passion to Seed Gardening, and San Giovanni's Farm. Now therefore be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland, as part of Chesapeake Bay Awareness Week, recognizes and appreciates the extraordinary role of the Montgomery County Countryside Alliance Land Link program in enabling farmers to strengthen the local food system and be stewards of the Chesapeake Bay.
And be it further resolved that the County Council recognizes the vital role of farmers in sustaining the Chesapeake Bay and local food systems. Presented on this 7th day of June in the year of 2023 by Natali Fani-Gonzalez, Council Member. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Yes. And we can have one picture with everybody. And this is for you.
Thank you.
Everybody, come on here. Come on. Come this way. Sylvia. Yeah, get on the phone. Come on over. That's up. Cheese.
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 From the reserve.
Yeah. Local milk to make cheese.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Wait, I have a closing. I have a closing.
Yes, please.
Closing. All right. Again, I wanted to thank Natali Fani-Gonzalez and the council for this proclamation, for this uplift, for the program, for our local farmers. Out of many, we are one. E pluribus unum. And this cannot be any truer than our food system. We have said good words here today. Let's get busy and put this into action. Let's see to an incubator system that includes our urban lands, our urban farming, something, a full system where we can train and get more farmers on the ground. Let's do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think we're done in this stop, unless do you have any comments?
Well, here's
or
the
questions?
thing.
We
If
can
you
do that.
have a couple minutes,
Yes.
a couple of our farmers had some direct questions that don't need to be, this doesn't need to be on camera. If people want to be comfortable just for 5 minutes or so, they rarely get FaceTime with you all.
This is your time.